When Luka Dončić steps on the court, defenses don't just prepare, they panic. Double him, and he'll pick you apart. Guard him one-on-one, and he's dropping 40.
Well, we know they're going to be one of the best offensive teams because they have the firepower, right? You have three guys that not only can create for others, create for themselves, but get others around them better.
Luka Dončić is averaging 34.6 points per game for the Lakers. He has already broken team scoring records.
Looking. Castle right with him. Doncic a three. Punch it in! Luka Dončić from downtown!
Luka Dončić is leading the league in scoring and running an offense that looks unstoppable at times. But the stats don't tell the full story. What he's doing in Los Angeles is bigger than numbers. This is about redemption. He was traded away, publicly criticized, and doubted. Then he came back with a level of intensity the league wasn't ready for. In February 2025, the Lakers shocked everyone by trading Anthony Davis to Dallas for Doncic. The Dallas Mavericks didn't stay quiet either. They questioned his work ethic, his commitment, even his lifestyle. They made it seem like he wasn't worth building a team around. That turned out to be their first mistake. Doncic has always been ultra-competitive. Eric Spoelstra once said he saw that fire when Luka was just 18 at Eurobasket camp. Even back then, Luka's basketball IQ, footwork, and skill level stood out. He could read the game, make the right rotations, and pick defenses apart. Most of all, he rose to the level of competition. Just like the greats do. So when Dallas doubted him publicly, it lit a fire. He arrived at Lakers training camp locked in and focused. Some even called it his Terminator moment. He used every criticism as fuel. In the season opener against the Golden State Warriors, with LeBron James out due to sciatica, the Lakers handed Luka the keys. National TV, big stage, facing Stephen Curry, and he delivered 43 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. The Lakers lost 119-109, but honestly, it barely mattered when you look at what Luka Dončić did individually. He shot 17 for 27, played 41 minutes, and almost had a triple-double. It was the third most points ever scored by a Laker in a season opener. Only Elgin Baylor and Kobe Bryant scored more. But the real statement came a few days later against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Luka dropped 49 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists on 14 for 23 shooting, including 5 threes. He scored 23 points in the first quarter alone, tying Kobe and Kyle Kuzma for one of the biggest opening quarters by a Laker in the last 30 years. He had 32 by halftime, and the arena was electric. Lakers fans hadn't seen that kind of scoring explosion since prime Kobe. What makes it even crazier? Luka hurt his hand early in the game and still kept playing. He nearly reached his 8th career 50-point game but missed his last 2 shots and a late free throw. With that performance, Luka became just the 4th player in NBA history to start a season with back-to-back 40-point games. The others, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Anthony Davis. Austin Reeves added 25 points and 11 assists that night, while Rui Hachimura chipped in 23. The Lakers won 128-110, and suddenly people started wondering if this offense might be unstoppable. So what makes Luka such a nightmare matchup? First, his 6 feet 8 inches, 230 pounds, and he knows exactly how to use that size.
Fort Reeves, dunk it in. Doncic, 47!
That's forward size with guard skills. Luka Dončić is basically a matchup nightmare. You can't put a small point guard on him because he'll just back them down and overpower them in the post. But if you switch a bigger forward onto him, he's too skilled and too quick with his handle. Either way, the defense is in trouble. Then there's his step-back 3, his signature move. Even when defenders know it's coming, he creates so much space that they still can't stop it. He's shooting 31.7% from deep this season, which isn't elite, but he tends to hit big shots in clutch moments. One of his most underrated skills is drawing fouls. Luka is averaging 12.5 free throw attempts per game. He knows how to create contact, get defenders off balance, and force referees to call it. At 79% from the line, those free points add up quickly. But the biggest problem for defenses is his playmaking. If you double-team him or send help, that's when he picks you apart. Collapse on him, and he'll find the open man instantly. like hitting a teammate for an easy alley-oop when 3 defenders close in. Is averaging 9 assists per game. And since he arrived, the Lakers' pick-and-roll efficiency jumped from 0.92 points per possession to 1.18. That's a huge leap. That's elite-level offense that on November 13th, the Oklahoma City Thunder slowed him down by holding him to 19 points. They used a 5-man defense, constant double teams, traps from the weak side, and disciplined rotations without fouling. It worked for one game. But that kind of strategy requires perfect execution and elite defenders. And when you overload on Luka, you leave everyone else open. That's the risk teams face every single possession. When defenses overload on Luka Dončić, guys like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton get wide-open shots. That's the problem. Most teams don't have the defenders or discipline to keep trapping Luka all game. So what a defense is supposed to do? It's simple. Pick your poison. Either let Luka cook for 40 points, or double him and give up open layups and corner threes all night. Now look at his numbers. He's averaging 34.6 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. He's leading the league in scoring and ranks 4th in assists. His true shooting percentage is 61.7%. Elite efficiency, especially for someone carrying such a heavy load, and that load is massive. His usage rate is 37.8%. That means more than a third of the Lakers' possessions end with Luka shooting, getting fouled, or turning the ball over. But here's what's scary. Despite having the ball more than ever, his turnover rate is a career-best 9.1%. He's making more decisions, running more pick and rolls, and still protecting the ball better than ever. That's growth. That's maturity. That's a superstar learning how to do more while becoming more efficient. His assist percentage is 21.9%, which puts him in elite playmaking territory. Luka Dončić is creating scoring chances for his teammates at a level only a few players in the league can match, and is doing it while leading the NBA in scoring. From the top of the key, he controls everything. One perfectly timed pass, and a teammate like Jake LaRavia gets an easy, wide-open layup. That's elite playmaking. He's already broken multiple Lakers franchise records, including the most points in his first 30 games with the team, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He also became the fastest Laker to record 5 games with at least 35 points and 5 assists. On November 2nd against the Miami Heat, Luka recorded his 83rd career triple-double, 29 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 steals. A few days later against the San Antonio Spurs, he put up 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 13 assists, adding 5 steals and 2 blocks. Nearly another triple-double, plus elite defense. Then came the statement game on November 15th against the Milwaukee Bucks. Luka dropped 41 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 blocks. He hit 5 threes and went 18-for-20 from the free throw line, 90% in a game where he got to the line 20 times. The Lakers won by 24, and Luka completely took over in the second half. Milwaukee had no answers. That was already his 4th 40-point game in just 10 games. In his career, he's now 134-79 when scoring 30 or more points. When Luka explodes, his team usually wins. But what's really different this season isn't just the numbers, it's his presence. In Dallas with the Dallas Mavericks, he was more quiet, leading mostly through his play. That worked because the team was built around him from day one. Los Angeles is different. This was LeBron James' team. These were LeBron James' teammates. So Luka Dončić had to earn his place in a different way, and has done that by being more vocal and more active as a leader. In Dallas with the Dallas Mavericks, he mostly led by example, but in Los Angeles, he stepped into a bigger leadership role. Austin Reeves admitted the trade was a real shock for Luka, moving across the country, relocating his family, and dealing with public criticism. For a while, Luka was processing everything. But now, Reeves says he's comfortable, having fun, and settling into his role. Head coach J.J. Redick put it simply, he's letting his teammates in. That's important. Luka always had the talent and skill, but opening up, communicating more, and building deeper connections with teammates, that's what turns a star into a franchise-changing superstar. Luka even admitted he's been more vocal this season. He said leadership shouldn't fall on just one player. It should be shared. and he believes everyone on the team talks and stays on the same page. That shows maturity, understanding that team success requires shared ownership. When LeBron missed the first month with sciatica, it may have actually helped Luka grow. For those first 15 games, it was Luka's team. No confusion about roles. No debates about who takes the last shot. He ran the show confidently. Then on November 19th against the Utah Jazz, LeBron made his season debut. The big question was simple. Could two ball-dominant stars work together? Luka answered immediately that he dropped 37 points and 10 assists, added 4 steals, and shot 11 for 22 from the field. He led a huge third-quarter run with LeBron on the floor. The two ran pick and rolls that left Utah's defense completely lost. The Lakers scored 140 points and won by 14. Suddenly, the narrative changed, because here's what makes this scary for the league. Luka and LeBron are both elite playmakers. Both can control the game. Both can score or create at any moment. And when two basketball minds like that are locked in together, defenses don't just have a problem. They have a nightmare.